Hey parents and students, this is Pastor Joshua and I'm here to go over your Rona, Zona parent packet. So you want to make sure to take that out or pop it up on your internet browser so you can go through the packet with me as we just go through this real quickly. So you should see a handy little beginning sheet like this, and it also kind of doubles as an extra craft. You can cut out the mask to work as a mask. Please don't do that. The first thing that we'll be addressing, you should see a COVID-19 letter to parents right off the bat. And basically what this is just addressing the general guidelines that we'll be utilizing at camp to help prevent COVID-19 or any possible infection. As a parent, you are acknowledging that there is going to be a risk. All right, let's move on to our packing list. So you should have something that looks like this. This is your Rona, Zona packing list. And just go ahead and pack everything that is on there. Make sure it is going to be cooler weather there in Christopher Creek, so at night it gets a little bit chilly. Make sure to bring jeans, long sleeve jacket, maybe light jacket, just so you can stay warm at night. We do emphasize to bring an extra pair of shoes. We have a creek, and in order to play in the creek, you have to have closed-toed shoes. Here we have an example of some good creek shoes. You'll notice the closed toe-ness. These are bad shoes. These are really not allowed at camp unless you're just like very quickly going to the shower or you're in the shower. We want you to not bring these. These are open-toed shoes are bad. We don't want them, so we're not going to bring them. These are the shoes to bring. So this is a closed-toed shoe. As you see, the toe area is closed up there, so we emphasize bring shoes like this for generally walking around, or creek shoes to get into the creek and have a bunch of fun. The other main thing we want to emphasize is you are going to need a whistle. So you're going to want to bring a whistle, and you're going to want to make sure that it is on a lanyard. The whistles are going to be worn around our necks the entire time. Notice I said around my neck. That's not around your waist, on a backpack, or some other thing. It's always going to be around your neck. There's a magnifying glass. Whistle is most important item. You must have this to stay at camp. Make sure to bring a whistle, and we're going to encourage your camper when they come and check in at the church to already have their whistle out on a lanyard and around their neck when they come. It does get big dark there at Christopher Creek at Mount Meadow Ranch, and so we do encourage that you bring a flashlight. Doesn't have to be a big flashlight or anything fancy, just needs to be one that can help get you around when it's a little bit dark. So you can light your path. Probably a Bible verse about that. It's also going to help if your camper can bring their own individual hand sanitizer just to kind of hand sanitize up throughout the camp. We want to encourage them to always have hand sanitizer present. There's going to be lots of hand sanitizer throughout the camp, and we're encouraging students to wash their hands, but it couldn't hurt to also bring one of these. And don't forget your mask. Along the dotted lines. The loop is the tricky part. It's important to stay on the line, like a punch. Oh, that might have been a bit do it. It's technical. While we're not requiring students to wear masks throughout the entire day, we will need masks in case we stop any other place outside of camp. And if students want to feel more safe or more comfortable, they can bring their mask and wear them appropriately during worship or game time. Cell phones are permitted at camp, However, there's not a lot of electricity or electrical outputs all over the campground. So you want to make sure to have the appropriate means to charge your phone in case you do bring it. Important to have your phone so you can call your mother. Like this is, I don't know how many people actually bet. You can like, it broke the table. All right, and lastly, just to emphasize, we're really encouraging you to bring some form of reusable water bottle. It will get warm during the day, and there's going to be a lot of outdoor activity, and so we want our students to stay hydrated. So we're encouraging bringing a water bottle, something along this, where it's reusable, refillable, and they can carry it around camp. These are good, but sometimes it's like you're a gerbil. So I believe that takes care of the Rona Zona packing list. If you have any questions, you can always email me and figure out if you need any help with any of that kind of stuff. So that is the packing list. All right, so up next is your Rona Zona schedule. And this is just gonna let you know the general guideline of how each day is going to go. It is important to realize that at 9 o'clock, we're expecting all of our churches to arrive there. Once they arrive, before students can unpack and get settled in, they do have to have their temperature checked by our camp nurse. And then once they're checked in and they've had their temperature checked, then they can go unpack and get ready for worship. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. We have tons of awesome things that are going to be happening at camp. We're going to have arrow tag, we're going to have learn archery, we're going hiking, there's going to be gaming tournaments like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart, volleyball tournaments, all sorts of stuff, and we're just going to have a blast. Probably the favorite one I'm looking forward to is glow-in-the-dark kickball. I will do a sport. So that's your Rona Zona schedule. If you do have any questions, please make sure to email me, text me, tweet me, whatever you might want to do for that. Next up is our Muy Importante COVID-19 waiver. That's Spanish for the important. So this is a very important document. This is your COVID-19 waiver and release form. This is acknowledging that the camper coming has not been sick within the past 7 days, and their temperature was taken the morning or the day of departure, and that temperature registered below 100.4 degrees. So this form cannot be turned in early, and it must be filled out by the parent on the day we leave, meaning the date should read July 22nd down at the date. And parents, we do need you to take this very seriously. One of the really good things we're trying to do with this camp is confirm that to the best of our ability, everybody coming is not sick or hasn't shown any signs of illness. So we need you to take this seriously. If your student has shown signs of symptom within the past 7 days, then we encourage you that they need to stay home for their own safety and for the safety of others. We know that's a big bummer, but we have to be precautious during this particular time. So make sure to check their temperatures that morning. Oh, I'm pregnant. This was the wrong test. So please, please, please make sure to check their temperature the morning that we leave. They are going to have it checked at the church. They're having it checked again at the campground, but we want to make sure that we take that form very seriously. Boop. Tell them to take it seriously, but then you throw it at the cameras. Next up is a medical form. Please make sure that you have filled out a 2020 medical form from your church. If you're Hillside, you should already have one of these, but please make sure if you've not filled one out or if information has changed to bring this ready with you when you check into the church. Next up is pretty simple. If for some reason you do have to pick up your student at camp or you need to get to camp, these are just directions to Mountain Meadows Ranch. Please make sure, since there are no visitors allowed during the camp, that you text myself or one of the pastors letting us know that you are on your way. Totally missed it. And last but certainly not least is a map to Mount Meadows Ranch, detailing where all our various buildings are. So if you do have to come on campus to pick up your student, you know exactly where you can park and where you can pick them up. You are very bad at this. I know. To help prevent against COVID-19, I have two recommendations. The first one is we're encouraging your student to self-isolate the week before camp. This will help make sure that they are not sick, but also it will help limit their ability to get any form of contagion. The second thing I'm recommending is right after camp that you treat your student as if they have COVID. And that would be another week of self-isolation, especially making sure they're not around somebody who is at risk or elderly, just in case they might have some possible contamination. Parents, I am so excited for the opportunity to take your student and spend some time in some cooler weather and focus in on God. As your youth pastor, my passion is that your student knows and has a personal relationship with Jesus, that they be discipled into a deeper relationship with Christ. And it's also my passion to train up these teenagers as they continue to be leaders for their culture and our community. So those are some of the reasons why we're still hosting this camp and doing everything that we can to also ensure that it's safe. If you have any questions regarding anything in the parent packet or regarding Rona Zona, I encourage you to email me, and that will be listed below, or send me a text message on my cell phone. It has been a blessing having this time with you, and I hope you have a very blessed week.